Hey everyone, so this is going to be sort of, as the title suggests, a chatty get ready with me. I'm going to show you how I use my Project 10 pan items, most of them, those that aren't finished. And I'm also going to be kind of ranting as we talk because there's quite a lot of things that have happened recently that I suppose are really getting up my nose. And speaking of nose, my nose is really red, so probably should have bought a green a green concealer with me, but never mind. The point of this video really is to show you what I use, not so much the ranty stuff, but I will kind of keep talking while I'm doing stuff. So the first thing I'm going to use is the Dr. Jart Recover Primer. It's a long-lasting talc-free pore primer. This is the first time I've really used it. I tried to, it's a clear consistency, as you can see there, and I tried to just use it just on my nose and my forehead because I just use it where there are pores. I have already used a moisturiser on the rest of my skin. I think that does quite well. I don't need to use so much on my cheeks. Put a bit on my chin, etc. So everything seems to go redder when I'm doing it. It's so funny. I will be using the viewfinder for some things, but for other things I'll probably be using my mirror, so I may even cover things up by mistake, so I apologise in advance. So yeah, there has been a lot of things happening recently that has really not been sitting well for me. It's kind of upsetting really, because the whole point of everything that I do has kind of been judged. Oh, I think my dog's choking. You all right, Rupert? Oh dear, okay. I think he's all right. I just gave him his toy to play with so he didn't interrupt me, but seems he can't help it. So I'm just using a yellow concealer. It's actually a Maybelline Fit Me concealer, which I bought in the wrong colour, so I use it as a yellow concealer for under the eyes, and I put it on underneath my foundation. I just find that works a bit easier so that it's not on top of, because I like to use a lightening one afterwards. So as I was saying here, so I feel a little bit bad because everything I've done has been, everything I do in my life is trying to make myself feel better about myself. Like, everybody has their own insecurities, and I have got insecurities, mainly when people point it out. Like, I'm fine if people don't say anything about my weight or the way I look. It's usually other people that make me feel bad about myself, not myself. You know, I don't feel bad about the way I look. I often feel quite confident about the way I look. I'm just using, by the way, this is part of my Project 10 pan, which is the Universal Fit Hydrating Foundation by Kiko. This is in Light Peach 01. I thought that this was going to be the right colour for me, but it sort of is, but it oxidises itself, so I'm not sure. It's a really good coverage though. So yeah, there have been some, well, Plus Size Wars, which I spoke about on my other channel, was on the other night, and I was on it, and a lot of bloggers were on it. I was just there for like a split second, and a lot of bloggers are on it who I look up to, who I have based my kind of social media around. I kind of have lots of friends on social media that are plus size, because I feel like surrounding myself with people who understand what it's like to be plus size and condemned for being so is actually really positive for me. And so I thought it was a great programme, and of course there's going to be some sort of backlash. But then a stupid ex-pop star called Jamelia decided it was okay to say that plus size clothing is so readily available for plus size people, it makes them not want to do anything about their problem, which I don't believe is, it's not a problem, it's just something that we are. I don't get it. Anyway, I've already ranted about this quite considerably on social media, and I don't want to have to keep going on about it, but the point is, those of you who are a fan of my channel, you don't care that I'm fat. You just like that I can offer you something, a little bit of entertainment maybe, whether you don't care if I look the way I do. If you did, you wouldn't watch me. You know, I'm sure there are people there who would like to comment on the way that I look, and that's fine. You can have your opinion. Everybody's entitled to it. Although I don't believe that you should enforce your opinion to make yourself feel better. I think you're entitled to an opinion. I also think you're entitled to a voice, but I don't think if it makes anybody feel bad about themselves that is actually the right way to constructively use your voice. I think there's other things that are more important. And I've said this quite a lot recently, you know, I don't understand how me being fat or anyone else in the world being fat actually can contribute to how your day goes. How can it actually make your day go better or worse? You know, if it's not your problem, so don't make me your problem. Anyway, a lot of things have happened, and there was a new story recently by some MRI scanner doctor. I can't remember what they do. I'm sure it's very important what they do, and I'm sure they've studied very hard, but what they haven't studied is decorum and tact. And the fact that they're insecure about their own bodies is what they're now impressing or trying to get everybody to agree with and jump on the bandwagon. But I wouldn't consider myself healthy, but I wouldn't consider myself any more unhealthy than thin people, or any more unhealthy or healthy as I'm just a bigger body that happens to carry more weight. I can't run a mile, but then I don't think any of my friends who aren't runners can't run a mile. So, you know, that's not the point. Okay, so if there was a lion attack, I might be the first one to get eaten, but who cares? You know, it's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. And I don't think it should be anybody else's business but mine, to be honest. I really don't. Anyway, so that's the foundation done. I'm going to use a concealer, which is a new concealer, the Lasting Finish Rimmel Concealer. It's actually not like a soft concealer like the Fit Me one. This is more of a, if you can see, it's like this is the 020 Ivory, and I really like this. You have to kind of work it a little bit, but I'm sure this is going to last me forever because of it. So you have to work it a bit. You can see it there. And I'm just going to pat that under my eyes and kind of into the dark circles there, even though I've already put concealer on. I'm going to do the same here. And a little bit down my nose as well, because my nose is looking mighty strange at the moment. I actually really like this. I thought it would crease, but it isn't. I thought it would be, I've got a Hello Kitty one that actually breaks up quite a bit during the day, but this one seems to be working really well. So I quite like this one. Let me know what you think as well, because I'll show you at the end. I do set my concealer. I tend to set it with a powder. And I've got this powder that I'm just trying to get through actually at the moment, because it only cost me £1. From like a discount shop, and it's called Miss Sporty So Clear Anti-Blemish Actions Pressed Powder, up to 7 hours, healthy looking skin. And I have obviously hit pan, you can see there, and I do use my beauty blender with this because I find it works really well. And I just set the under eye with it using my beauty blender, or anywhere that I put concealer. And I do find the beauty blender works really well. Oh no, it's all breaking. That's no good, is it? I'm going to have all chunks on my face now. So yeah, I've had a bit of a rant. You may see some of my rant if you follow me on social media. But I've had enough now. And I've had enough of being polite to people who feel it's all right to judge or make comment on the way that I look, or sorry, it's going to get me really angry again. I hate that people feel like they have the right to talk about fat people who have nothing to do with them. It's not nice. It's not fair. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be allowed. It's another prejudice, and I don't like it. This powder is the Bourjois Java Rice powder. I've spoken about this before. I've actually got another one as a backup because this one is nearly finished. And this is the best powder. The smell of it is just incredible. This is the best powder for setting your makeup. I think I may have finished it. Yeah, I think I've finished it. So I love it. And then what I do use what is in my Project 10 pan is this Makeup Revolution Radiant Lights. Now the packaging's actually worn off, but I can see the back. It says Radiant Lights Exhale. And this is what I'm kind of working with now. When I first got it, it was sort of domed. It had ridges in it, but I still can't seem to make any more progress with it, even though I use it every single day and every single application of makeup. This is a highlighter, but it's a highlighter, but it almost gives you a kind of glow to the skin. It makes you very radiant, which I really like. And I think, yeah, I like the way that my face feels after. I feel like everything's set. I do really like this. I really like this. And I actually have Breathe, which is a bit more peachy tone. This one's a pink tone, you can sort of see there. And I've got Breathe, which is a peachy tone. And I'm sure it'll be just as nice. But I think I'm probably going to repurchase that. It's lasted me forever. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. Right, so in my Project 10 pan is this colour, Nuna. And I'm now currently using it as a, because I just can't seem to use it. I use it as a crease colour, but I also use it as a contour shade. Because it's, for my skin, it's sort of the right colour. It's like a taupey colour. It's just the right colour for my cheekbones, and I use the Real Techniques contour, is that what it's called, contour brush, and I just put a bit here and I just kind of swipe it in a 3 like this. Now you can probably see it, but I will blend it a bit more, and I don't like to overly contour my face. I'm not very good at it either, as you can see, but I want to sort of use that up if I can. And the other thing I use, and that's in my Project 10 pan, is this MUA blusher in Candy Floss. Now, I would say this is definitely more of a winter shade, not a spring, summer one, but I am trying to be a bit light-handed with it. Now, I've hit pan with this, so I am really happy. I never thought I'd get there with this. They cost £1 and they really do last for so long, and I have used this practically every day. There are others I've used because I do feel like this is a little bit too what's the word, a bit too purpley for kind of spring wear. Now you can see I've used quite a lot there actually. It's a shame that it comes out so you don't need much. So yeah, I'm just going to use that there on the cheeks. I am going to have to blend it in with my fingers because I forgot to bring a blending brush down, which is a shame. There we go, that'll do. So yeah, I am getting through it, and it's okay if you use it quite subtly, although that doesn't look very subtle on camera, but you know, I'm sure you guys won't mind. Right, so next up, oh, something stuck there. I think there's a magnet there, and now I'm moving the camera, that's good, isn't it? Oh la la, okay. Next up, I'm going to use, which is also my Project 10 pan, this is the Pearly Eye Base Primer from Kiko, and I use this all the time and it is never ending. I've used to about there, so about halfway, but I feel like I use it so much. I have used now the Colour Tattoo by Maybelline sometimes when I want something a little bit brighter underneath. I have to say though, this is very good. I always put it on and it does make my eyeshadow last. I like that it's pearly because one, I can sort of see it, and two, it just makes the eyeshadows that are pearlescent a little bit better to see. So yeah, I'm just going to put that on again. Now you will have seen this in other videos because I have used it in other videos and I have raved about it. Now I know that Kiko are really inexpensive when it comes to primers. I would say this is just as good as an Urban Decay primer, almost. It's not as smoothing because that's not what this is, but it is lovely. I do like it, and I do sort of need to let it set before I work with the rest of it. Oh, I've got pins and needles. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to use, I'm gutted that I finished that. It's all right, I've brought it back up. I need to remember that. So the next thing I'm going to use a Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to use, oh, goodness gracious, my foot is really pins and needly. So using the colour Strange, which is this lovely light colour here, I'm going to put that on the top of my eyelid. I swear I'm going to hit pan on that as well. I probably should have included that in my Project 10 pan because I use it so much. These brushes are incredible. I do like how soft they are. I love that they're quite small handled. I do like that too. So I'm going to put that on just in the top bit of my eye. And then I'm going to use this crease brush here, which is a fluffy brush in Nuna, and I'm going to just put it in the crease, but I work it kind of inwards because I don't want to overdo it. So if you can see, I take it from there and I kind of move it in. It's really easy to do. If you've never done it before, I've learned from watching YouTube channels really. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Now, this is a really good colour. What this does is allows your eyes to look bigger and wider and your eyelids to kind of look bigger and wider so that you've got room to put more product, which I really like. I like to kind of go just above the crease as well because I've got really small eyelids. It kind of makes them look bigger, if you see what I mean. So you move it in. I would use something as well to blend it in a bit, but I'm going to be using some other products first. The next eyeshadow I'm going to use is actually, because I want to kind of bring a bit of spring into this look. It's not one that I've got in any of the other palettes, but it's from this palette. This is the I Heart Sin from I Heart Makeup. And if you look there, what I love about this is there's some really vibrant colours in there. And the one I'm going to use, let me just look at what's there. The one I'm going to use is probably, see this pink here? It's like a cerise. I'm just going to use that and just to kind of purpley up the colour a little bit. I want to kind of give it a bit more of a spring feel. I think it's a bit too neutral. So that's going there. And the same on this side. I mean, really, nobody cares what size I am. Well, some people care, and I just don't get why they care. It's like, just have a break. Stop getting so het up about things. And then I'm going to take my, this is one of my favourite palettes. And it's literally, it's a Courtney Cardazzle and it's a Chroma Beauty one. It is amazing. And I'm going to use this where I've already hit pan. That's the one that is in my Project 10 pan. It is one of my favourite eyeshadows. It's so foily and amazing and it just sticks to the eye really well. I have to work with it really quickly because it is a bit powdery. I love it because it's like a rose gold kind of colour. Don't know whether you can see that. I love it. It's just brilliant. I'm going to say I'd be gutted if it finishes, but I wouldn't be because I've actually got another one. I bought 2 of these palettes. And so if I finish it, I have another one. Which is, I think the whole reason for Project 10 pan is so that you can use what you've got, use it with other products, but also it's stuff that you like rather than stuff that you don't. So that's what I like about this project. Right, so that's that bit of the eye done. Oh dear, I've got such bad pins and needles, it's terrible. So I'm going to use, what colour shall I use? I'm going to use the Naked palette again, and I'm going to use Dark Side just to use as close to the lash line, just here. I'm using another Eco Tools brush. I think I called it a Real Techniques earlier. I meant Eco Tools. And I'm going to put that as well, just close to the lash line here, just under the eye. I feel like that brightens it up slightly, widens it out, sorry. And I've got another trick as well for that. So I do that, and then I'll use again, I'll just clean that off a bit. I will use the palette that I've just used, and I'll put that rose goldy colour just close to the eye here. And again, on that side, I might as well do that now. Okay. And then use Dark Side on here. I have got the worst pins and needles. It is really uncomfortable. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's making me want to cry. Oh dear, I may have to stop the video. I can't though. Okay. I can't stop videos because then I can't edit them because I'm on my iPad and they're just, well, until I get a better computer, it just won't happen Right, okay. I was going to put eyeliner on, but you know, I'm not going to because I've already just done the corner and stuff with dark side. I don't need to do any more, and I just find that to keep it spring-like, I'm going to keep it like this. In order to kind of blend out these two eyeshadows together so there's no harsh lines, I'm just using a clean brush just to blend them together a bit better. Same on that side as well. I'm looking at the viewfinder of this. And then I am going to use, let me think, this is so difficult. Yes, that's right, that's what I was going to do. So I'm going to use, see this bright white in the corner? That is so fantastic for an inner corner highlight. I'm absolutely loving it. So that's just going to go right in the corner of my eye. You can see it there. And right in the corner of my eye. There, I love it. Such a clever thing to do, have those. Right, now for the mascara. We're nearly at the end now, so for anybody who's kind of waiting for this to finish, because it is over 20 minutes long now, I'm going to use two mascaras. This is the new Max Factor Clump Defier by Full Slash Effect. I bought it recently and the formula is so dry. I cannot get on with it. Yes, it does get rid of clumps. The brush is incredible. I really like it. It's very similar to the Sensational Lash by Maybelline, which is a wetter formula, but it's just too clumpy for me and I don't like it and I can't get it off my eyelashes, which is another big no. So I'll use that first. I use it as sort of like a base coat on my top lashes. Ugh. This is so awkward. And this video is so long, it's probably going to cut out. If it does, I'm really sorry. So yeah, use the Clump Defy. Now, I love this. Look at my eyelashes. It is great, but it's just too dry for me. So I'm going to use my favourite mascara, which is the Illegal Definition by Maybelline, which I got for £1 in, I can't remember, B&M, I think. I'm just going to redo my eyelashes, just go over them a little bit, just for that length, which I love, and do my bottom lashes as well, because, excuse the sniffing, the bottom lashes just have to be done. Now I just got it on my nose. I was going to use a inner kohl eyeliner, but I'm not going to. I was going to use one that was nude coloured by Rimmel, but I'm not going to use it. I don't feel like I need to. Right, that's the mascara done. I really, really like that eye look. I think it's great. I'm just going to... I think that's lovely. So finally, part of my Project 10 pan is also this lip pencil. I've actually finished one of my lip pencils and I've got quite a lot of this left, about an inch left. I find this one lasts so long. It's beautiful. This is the Kiko Makeup Milano 34 Ace of Diamonds lip pencil. They don't do this anymore. I am gutted about that. I should have bought two, but they probably have one that they can replace it with. So I'm actually going to fill in all my lips with it. Oh, not that long. It's a bit too long. I would say this is definite cool toned fuchsia. That is hilarious. It doesn't look straight at all. So I'm going to do all of my lips. I know I'm doing it without showing you on camera. There you go. I do love this, so it lasts so long. It's very dry. You can't pierce your lips together. It's a stunning colour though. Looks a lot brighter on camera, which I didn't expect. Gosh, that looks so bright on camera. We're nearly done as well. So on top of that, what I like to do is, I know it looks a bit messy at the moment, but what I really like to do is use, and this also is in my Project 10 pan, this is Berry Smoothie. I'm nearly finished. I'll just show you. I'm so close to the end. Look, that tiny bit there. So I'm going to just use that on top. This is such a great lipstick. I absolutely love this. I've used it so much and I'm gutted that it's finished. I could buy another one. But I'm not going to. I've got a lot of lipsticks to get through. So with this sheer lipstick, I'm just going to carry on. I need to find a lip pencil, I think, brush even. Yes, that is exactly what I want. That's what I love. This is such a stunning lipstick. Well, the lipstick's actually quite sheer and it doesn't come out this colour. Obviously, it's because it's over the lip pencil. So, yeah, let me just put my glasses on and you can see it properly then. Woo, there you go. So that is my Chatty Get Ready With Me. The products... Oh, that was good, wasn't it? It was all over my teeth. How grim. Let me just do a... That's better. Little tip there. Yeah, that was my Chatty Get Ready With Me, and I keep getting lipstick all over my teeth. That's so grim. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. I know that there was a bit of ranting on there. I know that you may not agree with my lifestyle, or you might do, or whatever. It's not a lifestyle choice. It's just the way that I am. You may not agree with it and you may not want to follow anymore. That's fine. Just click off. I don't mind. Let me know what you think of the look. I'll take my glasses off again, actually, because then you can see it properly. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video.